Hello everyone. Welcome to the Softcom English podcast. My name is Vera and I'm here with another episode for you, the Ukrainians striving to improve their soft and communication skills in English. Today, my guest is Oksana Hera once again. To learn more about our previous conversations with Oksana, please check out our earlier episodes with her. Thank you for joining me again, Oksana.
Hello, Vera. Hello, everyone. So what's our plan for today?
Well, in our previous episodes, we discussed cultural differences, like the way foreigners often say maybe later, the surprise Ukrainians feel when they are praised, and how to give positive feedback to teammates. Today, I'd like to focus on giving and receiving negative feedback. The word negative itself often creates tension for both the giver and the receiver. So it's often replaced with terms like corrective or constructive feedback to make it easier to accept. So Oksana, here's a question for you. What are your thoughts on giving and receiving corrective feedback?
I would highlight two essential elements in this process: helping people who give feedback and helping those who receive it. We take on these roles interchangeably, yet when it comes to saying something others might not see as a complimentary thing in a foreign language, people struggle. Step one, for those who are learning to choose the right words, make sure you focus on the issue itself, meaning how you can resolve it. Be careful not to criticize the humans you're interacting with or their personalities. And for those who have to deal with receiving something they may not like to hear, I have a suggestion. Do what you can not to take things personally. I know it's easier said than done. Still, if you develop the skill of turning such moments into real conversations, you may learn how to make the best use of the information received.
Right, this takes me back to the early days of my career when I first began teaching English. And after completing my initial courses, I received written feedback suggesting that I should have incorporated more video content into my lessons. And I remember feeling very sensitive about this feedback. I questioned my teaching skills and even considered changing careers, worried that my managers might read it and decide to let me go. And over time, though, and with a bit more personal and professional maturity, I came to see that this feedback offered practical insights on how to make my lessons more engaging and effective for my students. And I applied these suggestions in my future courses, and the feedback I received afterwards was much more positive.
Thank you for sharing this professional and very personal moment, Vera. I'm sure your experience resonates with our listeners. There are so many layers to this. You say that feedback came in a written form. Did you have a chance to discuss the comments with anyone on a virtual call or in a live conversation?
No, not really. It was actually anonymous feedback from one of my students, so I didn't know exactly who it was.
That's great you mentioned the form and channels for processing feedback. These have to be chosen with a specific goal in mind. Otherwise, even the most useful recommendation may go unnoticed.
Yes, and I think that's really important reminder. Whether it's anonymous or direct, feedback has to be shared in a way that makes it possible for us to take action on it. And a face-to-face discussion, even virtually, can really clarify things.
So true. Let's look at another example. A client is preparing to deliver a talk at an international event. They prepare their visuals, plan what they want to say, and rehearse before the meeting. Then they book a call and ask for feedback on what they've done so far. At this point, it may be tempting to tell them everything you notice and believe. But take a deep breath. Think again. What do you want to achieve by pouring all this out? I normally ask people what they want me to focus on when I'm providing feedback, and they appreciate it.
Spot on, yeah. Otherwise, the feedback may get too overwhelming, and it's a bad idea to try to bite more than you can chew.
I believe it's all about the balance. It's like traffic lights. Red and green should interchange at certain intervals, otherwise traffic stops. The same thing happens with communication in general and cross-cultural communication in particular. We should create space for open and candid dialogues. Letting communication flow naturally across cultures takes time and practice.
All right, so corrective feedback is a powerful tool for growth, both for those who give it and those who receive it. Also, it's important to focus on issues rather than personality, choose the right moment and method for feedback, and learn how to not take feedback personally.
That's true. Practicing it in a meaningful way usually helps everyone involved.
Nice. Thank you, Oksana, for joining us in this episode.
Thank you for having me, Vera.
Thank you all for joining us. Please share your reactions, feedback, questions, or suggestions in the comments below. And remember, our soft and com skills matter. They change work and life for the better. Stay tuned.